Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is fortune telling. And I choose this word because a while ago I received a comment on my page from somebody who, from what they said, I'm suspecting didn't spend much time on my page because, for one thing, it seems like they thought that all I did was post other people's links. But they basically went on to say that their intuition was telling them that I was not a real empath and that maybe I had slightly heightened intuitive abilities, but that really I was just kind of, going along for the ride. And what they suggested to me was that if I really wanted people to take me seriously, what I should be doing is offering cold readings with my Facebook page, like live streaming cold readings and doing like aura readings and card readings for people. So it had me really thinking about things because I thought to myself, number one, to me, being an empath is not being a fortune teller. Being an empath is about picking up on all of the information and the feelings and the energy and the everything that is going on in the world around us. And in my experience, the challenge of being this way is about learning how to control all the stuff that's coming at us so that we don't get totally bowled over 24/7 with it. And what I also believe and have felt is that for me, it's more important to be effective and to be of service than it is to prove to you that I have some, remarkable psychic ability. And that while when I was younger, fortune telling was something that I was doing, and I was much more invested in proving to the skeptic that I could do the job, that I knew what I was talking about. But as I've gotten older, what I have found is that while there's a certain amount of amusement that comes from fortune telling and sort of cold psychic reading, and certainly there's the parlor trick of wowing somebody with that ability to like read them cold, the thing is that what I have found is that it is way more important to be effective than it is to prove to somebody how magical I am. And what I have noticed is that I actually think it's more important to know how to listen really carefully, and it's more important to know how to ask the right questions than it is to necessarily tell somebody something that may or may not be useful for them, that may or may not be relevant for them. And as I've gotten older, what I have found is that while fortune telling was fun when I was younger, now I am so much more interested in being of service and being able to use my intuition and use my empathic abilities to tune in so that I can help somebody to find their own truth, to find their own still, strong center, and to be able to really get back to their core. So when I was younger, I would be much less likely to ask people questions about what I was saying. I was much less likely to say things like, so I'm getting the sense that this is what's going on. Are we going in the right direction? Is this making sense to you? Does this resonate for you? Because what I have found is that when I offer information, but I ask clarifying questions and I ask if it's on target, that allows the work to be more efficient, and it allows the person who I'm talking to or who I'm supporting as a healer to direct the process and to choose the direction they want to go in, instead of me wearing my big fortune-telling turban and acting as if I know everything. Because the thing is, even the very best intuitive, even the very best psychic on the planet does not know everything. And the other part of it is, even if they're getting accurate information, if it's not helpful, if it's not relevant, if it's not the work that you need to be doing right now, who gives a flying F? Because really what needs to happen is when we gather together and do this work at examining things and looking at stuff, it really comes down to what the person who's asking, the person who is getting the reading or doing the session or seeking the support, it comes down to what they need, not me or somebody else proving what a fantastic fortune teller we are. And so for me, what I have found is that while fortune telling is fun, It's the ability to listen that matters. It's the ability to ask the right questions that matters. It's the ability to continuously adjust and recalibrate and focus on what is most important, to be of service, to be of support, and to use these gifts to help with that. And that does not happen simply by jumping on Facebook and doing cold readings. It's so much more about the relationship. It's so much more about the dialogue, and it's so much more deep and important than all of that. So my question to you is, if you are an intuitive, do you find yourself in situations where you're trying to prove your abilities? Do you find yourself fortune telling in order to somehow justify your gifts? And have you ever explored what it would be like to use your gifts from a place of service in terms of more asking questions and adjusting accordingly instead of necessarily just trying to prove things? And ultimately, does it serve you to try to prove that you have psychic abilities? Does it serve you to try to prove that you're intuitive? Does it really matter? Is it really that important? And if you, does it fit into your true higher purpose? So hopefully that made sense, those questions. To me, it really is coming down to, what is your purpose? What is my purpose? Why are you really here? And how can you use your empathic and intuitive abilities for the highest and greatest good? That's the real question. How can you use your empathic and intuitive abilities for the highest and greatest good? So I'd love to hear what you have to say about all this. Please leave a comment below. And until my next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace and ease and freedom from having to prove yourself to anybody, especially somebody who's not paying attention. So I'm sending you so much love. And in the meantime, please go like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady. And I would be so grateful if you would also just share this message, share this video, help me to spread the word and to get it to reach other highly sensitive empathic people. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Peace.